As I keep my eyes on the distant shore, I know he'll lead me safely to that blessed place he has prepared. But if that storm don't cease, and if the wind keep on blowing, my soul has been in the Lord. I think I'll say that one more time. So the storm keep on raging in my life, and sometimes it's hard to tell night from day. Still that hope that lies within is reassured as I keep my eyes upon the distant control. I know he'll lead me safely to that blessed place he has prepared. But if that storm don't cease, and just the day the wind keep blowing in my life, my soul, yeah, my soul will my soul's been a drinker in the Lord, in the Lord. My soul been anchored. The breeze may roll, the waves may dance, but I should not sway, 'cause he holds me fast. So dark today, clouds in the sky, I know it's alright, 'cause Jesus is mine. The doctor done gave the final word, but he don't know about the God of service. You knock me down, but Jesus picks me up. In his sticks, I'll be when the going gets tough, and the breakers may roll, the breakers may dance. I shall not stray, God holds me fast. So that I like the day, clouds in the sky, I know it's alright, 'cause Jesus is mine. My soul has been Thank you, God. I needed preaching to be easy. See. I'm in a place I've never been before to bring the word, so God knew what to do, because he is an on-time God. Don't you know he's on time? Hey, he's on time. He is on time. Yeah! Yes! Woo! God is good. God is good. Woo! Yes. Woo. Yes, God. Woo. Yes. First, giving honor to God. Can anything good come out of Eufaula? Anything good. But ain't that Sterling son? Ain't that Lou Gressel? That's him. Oh man, I owe it all to God. Everything you see, from Dale Road to Dudley Quarter to Forest Hill, I owe it to God. I owe it to God. To Pastor Butler, First Lady Butler in her absence. You know, I could really tell y'all some stories about those two. You know, ever since I went away to college, I never wanted to come back and live here. But I've always had somebody I could talk to when I was going through. I'm talking about they never turned me down. He ain't my pastor, he's my brother. He's my big brother, my counselor, he's my friend, but he leads and he guides me. He gives me clarity when it comes to the direction I need to go. He gives it to me. And I know that it's God. To my pastor, Pastor Thomas Brown, Lord, I thank you for him because he's got me in a place where I can do exactly what God has called me to do. To my family, my wife, my kids, my nieces, nephews, sisters, cousins, to this church family, to other clergy, I extend my heartfelt thank yous to you all just for being here to support on such a day as this. Because this is the day the Lord has made. It is. But unless I hold you too long, I'm going to get right in this, because when I came out and we began to meet and greet, they said they want the word. Well, that's what I got. I ain't got nothing but the word. I don't hoop, I don't holler, I don't run around the church, but I got a word. I got a word, and the word comes from God, and I'm giving it to you just like he gave it to me. And I hope you can handle it because it's good. It's good. So right now, I'm going to go to God in a little prayer because I need everything to be made clear so you can receive this word. Would you please bow your heads? Oh, most gracious and heavenly Father, Lord God, we come to you one more time because I know, Lord God, that you say pray at all times. Cease not to pray, Lord God. So, Lord God, we come before you right now, ask that you touch the hearts and the minds of your people. Lord God, make preaching easy. Lord God, I ask that you touch their hearts so they may receive it, Lord God. Lord God, it's not me, but it's you, Lord God. Lord God, I said yes to your will. I said yes to your ways. So use me as you see fit, Lord God. Lord God, I ask that you give it to them, Lord God. Lord God, may they receive it in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. I think I'm going to leave my glasses off because I may end up crying. I don't want to be moving them while I'm giving you all this. But if you have your Bibles, would you please turn to Genesis chapter 40. We're going to the beginning. We're going to the beginning. We're going to Genesis 40. I want to deal with Joseph for a little while because see, Joseph is a great example of what
the subject of the sermon is. But we're going to give you this word, and then we're going to give you this subject, then we're going to see if you can line up with Joseph. Amen? Amen. Now we're going to read quite a few scriptures, but I need you to get this. I need you to get this, because the word will do exactly what it's been called to do. It shall not return void. Take this word and use it. Amen? I'm going to begin reading at verse 2. And Pharaoh was wroth against 2 of his officers, against the chief of the butlers and against the chief of the bakers. And he put them in the ward in the house of the captain of the guard, into the prison, the place where Joseph was bound. And the captain of the guard charged Joseph with them, and he served them, and they continued a season in the ward. And they dreamed a dream, both of them, each man his dream in one night, each man according to the interpretation of his dream, the butler and the baker of the king of Egypt, which were bound in the prison. And Joseph came unto them in the morning and looked upon them, and behold, they were sad. And he asked Pharaoh's officers that were with him in the ward of his Lord's house, like, wherefore look ye so sad today? And they said unto him, we have dreamed a dream, and there is no interpreter of it. And Joseph said unto them, do not interpretations belong to God? Tell me them, I pray you. Jump over to verse 13. He has interpreted the dream, and he says, yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thine head and restore thee unto thy place, and thou shalt deliver Pharaoh's cup into his hand, after the former manner when thou wast his butler. Verse 14. But think on me when it shall be well with thee, and show kindness, I pray thee, unto me, and make mention of me unto Pharaoh, and bring me out of this house. Yeah. Go to verse 20. And it came to pass, the 3rd day, which was Pharaoh's birthday, that he made a feast unto all his servants, and he lifted up the head of the chief butler and of the chief baker among his servants. They were having a party. They were having a party. Good time. And he restored the chief butler unto his butlership, and gave the cup into Pharaoh's hand. But he hanged the chief baker, as Joseph had interpreted to them. Yet did not the chief butler remember Joseph, but he forgot him. We're going to go to 41. First verse. And it came to pass at the end of 2 full years that Pharaoh dreamed, and behold, he stood by the river. Go to verse 8. And it came to pass in the morning that his spirit was troubled, and he sent and called for all the magicians of Egypt and all the wise men thereof. And Pharaoh told them his dream, but there was none that could interpret them unto Pharaoh. Verse 9. Then spake the chief butler unto Pharaoh, saying, I do remember my faults this day. 14. Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon, and he shaved himself and changed his raiment and came unto Pharaoh. Yeah. You may be seated in the presence of God. I say we want to talk about Joseph because Joseph is a model example of somebody that's going through. But he came out. But he came out. So for the sake of the study this morning, I want to use, you are coming out of this. Now, I don't know what your this is. Whether your this is public or whether your this is private. You got a this. But I stopped by here this morning to tell you that whatever your this is, you are coming out of your this. Amen? You coming out this morning. You coming out. You coming out. It doesn't matter what he say, she say. It's what God say. Amen? It's what God say. And see, when we look at the life of Joseph in this text, we see that he's in prison. But he's on his way out. See, he wasn't given a life sentence. See, it's only a temporary situation. And see, a lot of us, we got to stop looking at that stuff like it's a life sentence when it's just temporary. Amen? See, that's why you're still in it. See, you're still in it mentally. And physically, you can move on out the way. But see, in the 30 years of this man's life, see, he knew a little bit about going through and coming out. You know, Joseph was the 11th son of a favorite wife. You know, he worked extra hard to get her, but his brothers didn't like him. His brothers threw him in a pit, but he came out. His brothers sold him into slavery. He ended up in Potiphar's house, but he came out. See, while in Potiphar's house, he was accused of rape by a desperate housewife, thrown into prison, but he came out. Do you see what's going on here? Regardless of what you're going through right now, you can come out. Amen? You can come out. It doesn't matter what it is or who it is that's coming against you. I stopped by here to tell you that you can come out of it. Amen? Amen. Amen. But see, in order for you to come out, you just got to finish better than you started. Well, what do you mean? Well, I'm glad you asked. Here's what you got to do for the sake of the note takers. First thing you got to do is you got to handle your responsibility.
Come on now.
First point is responsibility. The next thing you got to do, you got to make your request known. So you have that because you asked it. Amen. Third thing you got to do, you got to be ready. And I'm not talking about dressed up ready. I'm talking about ready on the inside. On the inside. So you guys, responsibility, request, and you got to be ready. Can I help somebody come out? Let me help somebody come out. Responsibility. I need you to understand right now that responsibility is personal. It's between you and whatever that responsibility is. See, it's time out for all of us looking at somebody else, beating up them because we stuck in a situation. They didn't put you in it, they can't get you out of it. You have got to handle it yourself. You got to handle it yourself. See, responsibility is handling your responsibility, is handling your circumstances, is handling your situations, regardless of what comes your way. You know how we do. You know. Let me go human on us. You know, human nature. Boy, I'm so tired of going to work. But if you don't go to work, you can't live where you live. You can't drive what you drive. Your kids can't have this. You can't go get that. Handle your responsibility. You better handle your responsibility. We're gonna put you on Bible ground right quick. Galatians 6, 4 and 5. Listen to what verse 4 says. Verse 4 says, but let every man prove his own work. No, I say, I'm going to prove Willie work. I'm going to prove Sean work. I'm going to prove Cole Clyde work. No, that ain't what it says. It said, let every man prove his own work. It says, then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not another. See, if you handle your own business, you ain't got to worry about it. But verse 5 says, for every man shall bear his own burden. See, your burden ain't nothing but your responsibility. That's it. You made it. Deal with it. You know them old folks used to tell you, boy, they say, boy, you make your bed hard. You got to lay in it. Where you do. You do. It's your responsibility. Come on now. You see, your work and your burden, they belong to you. And Joseph knew how to handle responsibility. Look at what Joseph had to do. See, in the text, he's a prisoner. Now, he is of Hebrew descent. I understand that. Now, he's in Egypt. Now, the Egyptians look down on Hebrew. They're not worthy. But this man that got thrown into prison, and the first day in, he already made trustee. Come on now, he trustee. He trustee. So can you imagine that? I'm of Hebrew. I'm in jail. I'm in there with other Egyptians. We in jail. You're supposed to still look down on me, but because the favor of God is on my life, guess what? You can't touch me. You can't touch me. As a matter of fact, I'm giving responsibility over you, and you looking at me like I'm supposed to be beneath you. But won't God do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? See, the chief butler and the baker are thrown in too. And I need you to understand what that chief means. That chief butler, chief baker. You know, when you hire a catering company, you got the man that you talk to that's over everybody. His suit is different than everybody. So he's the man, he's the supervisor, he runs everything. See, that's who was thrown in. So you know they had to be taken care of because they take care of Pharaoh. Come on now. Can you see this? Can you see this? You know just as well as I know, if I got a business and I send some workers out there, when they do something they ain't got no business, that the owner of where we're working at, they want to see me, they don't want to see them. Because see, I made the decision. So Pharaoh got mad at these two individuals, and these two individuals are the ones that made the decision concerning his parties. Come on now. I need you to see this. I need you to see this. So because he put them in the ward, because he locked them up, he needed somebody to take care of them while they was there. Amen? Somebody got to take care of your best interest. Come on. Okay, so Joseph was given the responsibility to take care of the butler and the baker. But see, this wasn't Joseph's first rodeo now. And you got to understand that Joseph been handling responsibility since he was 17 years old. You know, he had to give reports of his brothers when they were out working. His dad had sent them. Now, the brothers didn't like it, but he still had to do it, amen? It doesn't matter what somebody say about you, think about you. If you got responsibility, take care of it. Amen? You got to take care of it. You got to take care of it. You got to take care of it. Okay, so he had to give reports of his brother. He was overseer in Potiphar's house. Hold on now. You a slave, but you ain't overseer. We still in Egypt now. We still in Egypt. Now I began to wonder, I said, well, why didn't Potiphar's wife want one of them other slaves? Why she wanted somebody that was open beneath the people that's already there? Come on now. See, it was something about that young man. That young man knew how to handle stuff. See, and when you begin to study this young man, you'll see that wherever he went, the hand of God was on him. He began to do things a certain kind of life. He didn't do them on his own accord. He did them the way God instructed him to. Now, come on, I need you to see this. I need you to see that when you're having problems handling your responsibility, you got to go to God. You got to go to God. Stop giving it to everybody that's going to turn right around and talk about you. And when they tell your story, they ain't going to tell it like you told it. They're going to tell it how they feel about you. Come on now. Come on. Come on. You see, while going through in life, me and you, we got to handle our responsibility. That's right. I don't care what it is, handle it. And see, a lot of times we neglect those small things, but the Bible says the small parts that destroy the vine. So you forget about that stuff in that pile up. And you think, okay, I can get to it. No, handle it. Because see, the responsibility wasn't meant to handle you. You was meant to handle the responsibility. That's it right now. That's it. That's it. See, and we deal with this stuff every day. They don't like you on your job. They talk about you. It's raining outside. Regardless of what the excuse may be, you still got to handle your responsibility. My shoes dusty, so handle your responsibility. Okay. A job is a responsibility. You got to handle it. Children are a responsibility. You got to handle it, baby. You got to handle it. And when my brother was praying, he was praying for the young man in the city. And we got to handle that. We got to handle that. We're in a position to do it. Let's do it. God will make a way. He will. He will make a way. He'll make a way. Regardless of what you feel like on a day-to-day basis, you got to handle your responsibility. I know if you're over 30 years old and here you got a job, I know you wake up every morning like, boy, I wish I had to go. But you got responsibility, amen? You got responsibility. 1 Corinthians 4:2. It says, moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful. A steward ain't nothing but a manager of what you have in front of you. And it says man, but we're talking about man in the anthropos. I'm talking about mankind, man and woman. This ain't just for men. It ain't just for the men and women. It's for the men and the women in here. You got to be found faithful in what you've been given. How do you think you get more? How do you think you get more? That's it. There is no other way. Ill-gotten gain don't last. It don't last. It don't last. And so whatever you're responsible for, it's a requirement that you manage it and be faithful. And see, that's key. I'm not talking about you pick it up for a little while today and you sit it down tomorrow. I'm talking about pick it up and keep on carrying it. Handle it. Handle it. 2 Peter 1:10 says, wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, you should never fall. So if you have responsibility and you want to make it sure, you got to continue to work it. You got to continue to work it. Like I just said before, you can't pick it up one day and put it down another. How do you expect to get to the next level if you can't handle this level? You can't handle this level. But what we do is, we'll sit back and we'll look at somebody else because they didn't handle their responsibility. And maybe they didn't, I got saved before them. But see, God ain't in a race. He's all about blessing. He blessed those that diligently seek him. So if you want to look at that individual and say, well, they got there before mine, but see, evidently you don't put your responsibility down so they still got theirs, amen? They still got it. See, I'm going to keep mine. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to keep mine. I'm going to keep mine. Come on. And see, you got to be diligent. And see, you got to have an attitude while handling your responsibility that whatever comes your way, let it come.
That's right.
It doesn't matter. That stuff is a test. It's a test. We all want promotion. All want to go higher. But don't nobody want to be tested. And don't mess around and be one of these young men out here talking about somebody tried me. Yeah. They trying you because you need to raise up. You let something go. I still get tried every day too. And sometimes I'll be amazed at how God won't let me say nothing. I ain't lying. While I was at work the other day, a man went off on me because I was asking him to put something a certain kind of way in a knife board. And when I looked at him, I was more in shock that he was saying it than anything. So I went and talked to somebody. I said, hey man, go check on him, because that ain't him. That ain't him. It wasn't him. So I said, man, you know, everybody going through something. You know, I don't know if he hadn't got messed up in some responsibility, but that wasn't him that day. Lord wouldn't even let me say it. He must not know me. He wouldn't even let me say that. I just said, okay. Amen. Amen. So if you're going to come out of your business, you got to take care of responsibility. First point, responsibility. Now this next point, request. Philippians 4:6 says, be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. You got to let your requests be made known. Not just to God, but to man too. See, what we tend to do is, when we begin to make requests, we got to be specific in our request. Anybody know what's specific? See, I'm not talking about you just saying, hey, I want a man. Well, you know, I tell folks all the time that, you know, a lot of times, male and female are titles that people can wear, but that man and woman title is, some people ain't fit to wear them. You better make your request known. You see, specific is being detailed. It's color, size, shape. It's what you want. God can give it to you. I'm telling you, He can. He can. Okay. If you didn't know, people can't read your mind. People can't read your mind. So when you sit down and you say, I wish he'd do it this way, I wish he'd do that, why don't you tell them, you know, it really pleases me that you do it like this or do it like that, then they'll know. Because if somebody don't know they're doing something, guess what? They ain't gonna never change it. Because see, it's second nature to them. It's second nature to them. But see, when Joseph interpreted the dream of the butler, he told him in the text. We're in verse 13. Now, verse 14. He said, but think on me when it shall be well with thee. Now see, listen at this. And see, what we fail to realize is, a lot of times when someone is going through and you need them to help you, we wait till they get out and then we ask them for something. Well, they just got out. They just got out. He didn't say when you get out. He said when it's well with thee. You got to understand, you got to be restored back to your place. When you get back restored to your place, when your bank account get back up, your health get back good, you get some brand new tires on your car, maybe you can go and get them or you can give them something. But see, until you until things get well with you, it ain't no moves you can make to help nobody out. See, that's why you hear that crabs in the barrel mentality. See, we want to pull you down because we ain't even going to let you get up there and get sick. I can't help you unless my foundation is firm. I can't help you unless it's firm. If that foundation ain't firm, it ain't going to do nothing but crumble on the both of us. How am I going to help you? Man, if I say I don't drink no more and I'm lying and then I go somewhere and they drink and get what I'm going to end up doing? I'm drinking too. Man, I thought he was this. He is, but he drinking too. Come on. And see, Joseph was specific. And see, we got to be specific too. And see, when we go to God about coming out of whatever this is, we got to be specific. And see, I want you to know that there are conditions when you ask God for something. It's conditions. Somebody say it's conditions. It's conditions. I'm not talking about nothing that's crazy, but God requires something of you to bless you. Let me put you on Bible ground right here. Turn to John 15:7. John 15:7. John 15:7. When you have it, say, I got it. 7 reads, if you abide in me, and my words abide in you, you shall ask what you will, and it shall be done unto you. I'm going to read that again. I'll make it personal. If you abide in Jesus, and Jesus abide in you, you shall ask what you will, and it shall be done unto you. Okay. Let me fix this. I was telling someone earlier today that where I am in ministry, Pastor Brown, he really makes us focus on context. You got to understand that when you give someone scripture, you cannot give it out of context because you'll mess somebody up. So you got to understand that everything has to be done in context, just like it has to be done in decency and in order. Amen? So the context right here, Jesus is talking about being the true vine. He says, if you remain in him and his word remain in you, then you can make your request known, it shall be done. Well, what does he mean? Okay, it's like this right here. You done bloomed a little bit. You got a blossom on you, got a flower or two on you. You're looking pretty. You shine a little bit. But then someone comes along and they clip you. You know what happens then? Once you're away from that vine, you die. So, but if you abide, if you stay there, you'll receive the nutrients and the nourishment that you need to continue to bloom in and out of season. Come on now. I need you to see that. I need you to see that. So you got to make your request known. You got to make it known. If you need deliverance, make your request. If you need a healing, make your request. If you need a job, make your request. Regardless of what you need, make your request known. Make it known. You got to make it known. And see, we got to stop walking around here every day or every other day stuck into this situation because we won't open our mouth. You know you need some help, but guess what pride done did to you? Oh, they gonna talk about me. Man, they talking about you right now. They talking about you right now. They gonna talk about you. Why are you here? Why are you gone to? So you heard that old saying, a closed mouth don't get fed. Well, the Bible said too in James 4:2. It said that we have not because we ask not. I'm gonna tell you something. You better open your mouth. Because see, when you need to come out of something, ain't no need you sitting there with your mouth closed. And then when you do open your mouth, you better be specific. What do I mean by specific? You better tell them everything you want down to the T if you got it. You mess around and get something talking about I ain't want it that way. That's on you. That's on you. It is. Okay. So you got your responsibility. You made your request. But you're still not out of your business. Now this is good. So you got to be ready. And see, I'm not talking about on the outside. But Matthew 24:44 says this. It says, therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man coming. See, that's talking about Jesus coming. See, when you are trying to live your life according to this word, that's what you're prepping for. You ain't prepping to go to the palace with Joseph. You're prepping to go with Jesus. That's why it's vital that you be ready. Regardless of what your situation is, you got to be ready. And I'm talking about on the inside. I'm talking about your heart. Your heart, see, out of the heart flows the issues of life. For as a man thinketh, so is he. Your heart, man, your heart. I'm telling you, your heart is what got you in some of those situations. What do you mean? Well, understand this. The heart is the strongest muscle in the body, right? Well, it pumps blood to all of your extremities. Now, if your heart is polluted, what's going to all of your extremities? Pollution. So how you going to help me? And you just as dirty on the inside yourself. And that's it right there. See, and that's why you can help somebody and talk about it, because see, you ain't always there. You ain't always there. And I'm not all the way there neither. I'm not there. And see, Joseph, his heart was right. Any man that would go through that stuff with his brothers, go through that stuff as a slave, go through that stuff as a prisoner, and still see God, You put in charge of folks and you still want to pray for them? Yeah. But the Bible say that. They say pray for them that misuse you. Okay. So when his time came and he was remembered because he was right on the inside, he had no problem cleaning up the outside and going to Pharaoh. Okay, let me help somebody right here. See, I'm about to step on some toes right here. But in the midst of me stepping on the toe, I'm going to go and say excuse me. I'm going to say excuse me on this side. I'm going to say excuse me on this side over here too. Because I need you to understand it right here. The main reason why some of us haven't come out about this is because we're dressing up the outside, but the inside still jacked up. Man, you look good, but you still ain't better. Come on. And see, I'm talking about your heart. And see, my brothers and sisters, clothes and shoes wear out. Perfume and cologne and Halloween, all that stuff wear out too. It wear out. You see, you got to get your heart right because your heart is the determining factor in you coming out of your ditch. It's the determining factor in you coming out of your ditch. Or you don't think so? Your heart what got you in some of that stuff. If you still hold on to that man or that woman that done you wrong, you hold on to them with your heart. It's not physical. It's not physical. It's not physical. If someone else has done you wrong, whether it's family or friend, you still hold on to them because it's in your heart. It's in your heart. You got to get your heart right. You got to get your heart right. And see, I'm going to put you on Bible ground again right here. And see, a lot of times we think just because we can dress it up, it's all good. It's going to eventually seep out. You see, that's what man look at. Man look at all this. Man, I was in the barber shop 5 hours yesterday. My wife said, what you doing? I said, girl, I got to be ready when I go down there. I said, I got to be ready. I already knew what suit I was going to wear and everything. I got to be ready. But then Willie came up and he just laid it out. Man, that boy went to singing and he just made it easy to walk in there. I could have took this off and just had a t-shirt on. But it was going to come the same way. It was going to come the same way. Amen? Look at this right here. But see, when we look at 1 Samuel, 16th chapter, you got to understand what's going on right here in Samuel. God has rejected Saul as king. And Samuel is feeling some type of way. Man, something ever happened to somebody, man, it just made you feel awful. It just made you feel bad. You feel their pain. But God told Samuel, hey, look at him. I'm paraphrasing. He said, boy, time out for all that crime for him now. I done rejected him. He said, stop mourning him. I done rejected him. We done snatched the anointing off him. Let that go. You need to be about my business. So what is he telling Samuel? Samuel, look at him, man. I need you to go handle my responsibility. I don't care about you crying about him. You still got to do this work. I don't care about how you feel today. You still got to preach. You still got to sing. You still got to do God's work regardless of what you're going through now. You still got to do it. Then he even made excuses about going to my son. Now, you know if I go, if I leave, now Saul, I can't lie to him, he's going to kill me. He said, man, take an offering. Take an offering. Say you're going to make a sacrifice. Because see, why did he tell me? He told me that because he understood. See, Samuel is the one that told Saul that obedience is better than sacrifice. So if you know obedience is better than sacrifice, come on now, you got to be feeling me when I say I got to go make this here. So we get to the house of Jesse. He gets to the house of Jesse and he sees Eliab. That boy look good. That boy look good. I'm talking about he big, he's strong, he look good. Calf muscles protruding out his sandals and everything, he look good. But guess what God said? That ain't him. He said, see, you looking at them like man. Man look at all this, but I look at the heart. So don't you know if God look at their heart, He's going to look at your heart too. If you want to come up out of this, you got to get your heart right. It doesn't matter what your disc is. Your disc can be bigger than mine, or it can be smaller than mine. But if your heart right, you'll come out of yours before I come out of mine. Amen? You'll come out of yours first. And see, we got to get to that place where we can tell people, look at here, this is what you got to do. If you want to come out, here it is. Here it is. Get your heart right. Get your heart right. And see, if you don't get your heart right, this is how it goes. You ever come up out of something and end up right back in it? See, that's what happens when you don't get your heart right. When your heart ain't in it, you get right back in it. Amen? Amen. So this is what we do right here. Joseph handled his responsibility. He made his request known, and when he was called upon, he was ready and he came out. So this is what happened to Joseph. I'm closing right here. It don't take long. The word is good. Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's 2 dreams. There was going to be 7 years of famine, 7 years of prosperity. Joseph told him he needed to put somebody over there to handle it. This is what Pharaoh said. They didn't even believe in God. But he said, I don't know nobody in whom the Spirit of God is. See, when you got God's Spirit, boy, that opens some doors for you. Boy, you didn't even know it's there. It opens some, you didn't even know they was there. God makes a way out of no way. Amen. He put that boy in charge of everything. He became second in charge to Pharaoh. He went and got his family, brought them out. Come on now. You got to get yourself together. You get your heart together. You can go out and help somebody else that ain't got theirs. You handle your responsibility. You make your request known, and you be ready when you call upon. Amen. And I'm going to tell you something. Whatever your this is in here today, whatever your this is, put it on your mind. Because see, I need you to be able to speak to your situation. You got to tell, you got to put the word on it. Psalm 51:10 say, create in me a clean heart and renew a right spirit within me. See, all that stuff got to be clean and right in order to come up out of your this. If you don't get it right, you're going to be right back in. And then Romans 8:28, somebody say it's all good. It's all good. And see, it don't matter what your this is or who talking about you or who trying to put you in something. It's all good. It's all working for your good because you love the Lord and you're called according to His purpose. Amen? Amen. Or Isaiah 54:17, you know, that's a lot of people's favorite. You got to learn how to speak to your situation. It say that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. A lot of people stop at that part of it, but I want to finish it. It say every tongue that rises up against you in judgment, it shall be condemned. You got to understand that what they doing and what they saying, it ain't going to bother you. It's going to help you come on up out of your shit. I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about this speaking. See, I need you to put this on your mind. You got to think about what's going on right here. There was a songwriter, I think that is Ty Tribbett in it. Ty Tribbett said he's the same God. He said if he did it before, he can do it again. If he did it before, he can do it again. If you've been in something before, God can bring you out of there. If you've been in something right now, God can bring you out of this too. He's the same God back then, the same God right now. Come on. He's the same God. He's the same God. He's the same God. Same God. Same God. I need us to understand that God is just that good. He is. He is good. You know, a lot of times we think that because we've done so much in our life that God ain't thinking about me. Yes, He is. He said He's married to the backslider. He loves you just as well because He's that big. He is that big. He's big enough to get me, you, and everybody else too. That's what I love about what God has done in my life. Because I came up out of some stuff. And in the midst of me coming out, when people see me, they be like, no, that's not Him. Yes, it is. This is God's cleaning service. God got me up out of my place. That attitude, that temper, that unfriendliness. You know, I'm going to share this with you, and I'm going to go to the seat. You know, a lot of times our kids inherit some of this stuff that we go through. Well, I got a daughter. She'll be 21 this year. And I remember coming to Eufaula one day, being her, and she asked me, she said, why you got to talk to everybody you see? I said, baby, there was a time when people would see me coming and go the other way. I was just that mean. And I didn't know why. I thank God for His love. I told my daughter that Proverbs 22:24 says, do not befriend an angry man. And with an angry man, do not go. See, people weren't hanging around me because I was angry. Yeah, you would tolerate me, but that's all it was. So, you know, they say your children are somewhat like you. And to be a girl, to be as mean as I am, or was, that ain't good. But I go to Montgomery one day and I go in my daughter's room and she got inspirational quotes on the wall. They in little balls, construction paper. And in the middle of that is a yellow sheet and it has Proverbs 22 and 24. I said, ooh. See, when you think they ain't listening, they ain't listening.